Attention gamers, if I were to ask the League of Legends as a whole if they would agree that your personal performance in each game is influenced by your teammates and things outside of your control, I feel like the only people that would disagree would be the kissless virgins just looking to be an advocate for the devil in anonymous online arguments, and people who are wrong. But anyone who has played more than the tutorial in this piss pit of a game knows the chance of some scum scrotum of a soul or even just a really awful player can impact your own game, and I feel like this is only amplified in the duo lane down south. Last week I talked about how I got harassed for bot diff against Lucian when my support went 1-16 only to play against him in the very next game and personally tattoo my astrology sign to his gooch #Sagittarius on Lucian's Vagittarius, but point is I've grown tired of being tethered to a tilt-inducing teammate sharing XP on a role that I feel benefits the most from leveling up, as attack damage and speed and sometimes range all scale with level. So in this video you will see me take some of my favorite marksmen mid to see the true power of a properly leveled ADC. And to those of you who are saying how will you handle being on a no mobility ADC when you have no flash, no vision and no health when a grasshopper comes to visit? I just want to say people are too quick to doubt things before trying them.
And you think your wife is one of these people?
Yes, absolutely.
So to summarize, you've been playing with yourself. And you want your wife to start participating so you won't have to play with yourself anymore.
Exactly.
I'm not interested.
Well, have you ever tried it?
No, but
Then you are no better than everyone else who says it's stupid.
Why don't you give us more details about how you play with yourself?
Sure, the game is rated it's playable on PC or phone, and considering my wife is glued to hers we're already halfway there, but you collect and level up champions to go and fight through campaign, PvP, clan battles, you name it.
You have over 600 champions, why do you need me?
Because it'll give us something to talk about other than how your high school BFF married some rich snob who bought her a Mercedes but she doesn't love him anymore, blah blah. If you want drama you need to read the Spirit Keep Dungeon Bosses lore. This tall scary drink of water looks like evil pissed in a cup and then got IVF'd straight into a demon dog to spawn her, but actually her family got killed by the elves of Arabia because they weren't liked, so she had to flee all orphan and crap afraid to use her magic, which is tragic, but I want her damn loot so gotta prep hard for this dungeon because she heals half her health on each turn, so build heal reduction, you know, grievous wounds early and slap her down.
Okay, so there are cool bosses.
Yeah, and new ones come out all the time, like this month they just released a new Doom Tower update with 2 more badass bosses, surely with their own juicy gossip backstory, but there's also new floors, rooms and artifacts you can win, not to mention the new feature Super Raids gives you double rewards to speed up your progress, so you are just being dumb not to play.
OMG, she crashed the Mercedes.
For f***'s sake, hey Lexi, if you are interested in this you can use my link below or scan my QR code and I will give you silver XP, refills, shards and this dank champ that looks like Belle Delphine for free. What do you think?
I don't like to mix business and pleasure.
It's fine.
And I already play Raid.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Okay, you chipper chads and chaddits, hats off to those of you who stuck with me through the sponsor and to everyone else in the most polite way possible. I hope the next time you have to lower the air pressure in your rectum just an itty bitty amount of shit comes out, and let's get into the games. Okay, Exhibit Double D, I'm playing Big Tits Betty against that miscolored American Girl doll with those big ass scissors, and little does she know I have a blue fiery stallion ready to fill her up with some horse dick as I stick around to make sure the introduction goes smoothly, and then I give this Gwen what people on OnlyFans would pay big bucks for, aka an MF flash, before first blooding this bitch. Then I think, what would a league backseater do in this situation, so I opt to push the wave in disregarding map awareness, which welcomes a purple praying mantis, but what he doesn't realize is that I have a simp army of blue midgets who will dress up in women's lingerie and make animal noises if I ask, so I play the Dandrel in distress card and they come to my rescue. And because I'm not held hostage in a bot lane tethered to an unaccomplished sperm cell of a support, I can freely roam top to do things like say hey to this chick who just looks like she smells like a Halo 2 grunt's asshole and send her back to base. Don't worry bot, there's enough titty to go around, as the situation down there is so bad I have lawyers contacting the retail clothing store to see if we can claim their trademark for Gap, but I have a 9,000 IQ plan which involves waiting for this patrol to piss off and then giving the red onion an orgasm to launch me into Take This Vane's Virginitiesville, which gets off to a rocky start when she staple guns me away, but it's all good, I'm cool to do some killing in Cove until some ratchet ring around the rosy bullshit ensues, so I have to hit an odd flash to nab my cash and then make like my gelatinous store-bought tatas and bounce. That said, the sheriff from Schittsburg fulfilling the role of my team's feeding ADC is always in base whether the enemy puts her there or not, so I venture back down knowing I will likely intercept one of Satan's side hoes, to which I'm like, you can tie up these meat mountains but a prompt funnel fucking is coming, girl. Then I stick around a bit role-playing for this Senna, a little casual flirting to let her know what having a real ADC around feels like, give her something to flick her bean to next time she's stuck inside a lantern or some shit when a wild glowing grasshopper arrives, so I summon a sky shit and burst the bug down before getting out of a prime stapled and slapped angle like a champ. And at this point I'm so fed I'm considering throwing a K on my name and seeing if Britney Spears wants to Netflix and chill, so I feel like it's appropriate to ask for a blue buff only to get rejected worse than Lori Loughlin's daughter's application to USC before But it's cool because I don't hold grudges, so I catch the sequel to How to Train Your Dragon with him, which was depressing because it dies, then some dumb as shit dragonfly dies too and for no reason at all. Then we are having an ADC's anonymous meeting mid-fighting, the only thing on the rift we can beat. Something that doesn't fight back before I see that there's a little river WWE smackdown between Tentacle Tina and Mr. Waternoose, so I head up despite having full confidence in the crab's abilities, ready to step in at any point and potentially steal a kill that he would have secured solo #mid-diff. This turns the Centaur and the Cyan into an opportunist thinking, hey, we should spend over 50 seconds fighting this Godzilla crab just for it to get smited away from me cause I'm a moron, and I'm like, yeah sure, but can we take a detour and give this Sweeney Todd a quick dickin' first and then chirp at some bubble-wrapped bride for being a bind bitch, and he's like, sure, as long as you promise to stick around long enough to see me make a fool out of myself when the clearly defective flamingo playing Kha'Zix comes in to steal it from me. The guy that is so bad you were calling him sus all game? But it's fine, I'm not flaming you because you didn't give me that fucking blue buff or anything. I'm not that petty, I'm just pretty and fed. So fed that if I join a fight late and tap my ult, any champ released before 2021 doesn't stand a chance of surviving. Anyways, I get to join a mid-game fight as an ADC who isn't 4 levels behind every other living being in the game, and despite the greedy blue buff hoarder failing to remember which key his smite was on again, I thoroughly enjoyed the fact that I could melt their top laner and then do the entire tap dance rendition of Lovely Night from La La Land on my right click button while having no regard for positioning or cooldowns, because Riot's biggest fear of someone discovering what a properly leveled and geared marksman can do in a mid-game fight comes true, and to no one's surprise the enemy team wants nothing to do with that shit. So easy round 1 down, to which I think it was time to get really fed and show its power on the sexy sheriff. And this one wasn't off to a great start. You see, their mid must have been stream sniping my Cerebrum with the big brain ADC mid strats, but the issue came when my jungler decided a solo mission to go so deep that even a loosey-goosey like Riley Reid would feel it when both solo lanes had less priority than a fat diabetic smoker applying for health insurance when it came to rotating. So I do what I can and ping my sweet Bippy off only for him to ignore it and die. Then shocker, he flames me, so I defend myself as if it matters, thinking how is this man going to jungle when he can't even type 2 consecutive G's in one message successfully. Then a few minutes later I want to roam, so I decide to clear my wave and see if I can long range a hemorrhoid up a bot lane rectum, if you know what I'm saying, but I reveal peeping Tom in the shrubs and Senna tries to have an orgasm with me, but I flash it out and recover. Meanwhile the Mohawk is getting the D from Dumbo, so I try to contribute only to get cock blocked harder than that one time my cock literally got blocked, because my hand was cramping. But long story short, the shitter with the spear gets his first kill all year. I desk pop a heal and then us haters hang out for a bit, until we score tickets to the Get This Senna Fed Zeppelin show, and you already know he was going, but it works out because I hung outside and sold mine for cash. That said, I was busy calling every village around asking if they had lost their idiot, because 2 of them seemed to have found each other and decided to be my bot laners this game, so they both dead while our team's opportunistic asshole is trying to clean things up. So I run down fire and ace up that bird's a-hole and then rush in to give Back to the Future boy some bullets with a swift root scoot into steal yo kill you flaming bitch combo for the double. And a few minutes later you are probably like, why are you always bot if this video is about queuing mid? So first, reminder that my bot laners were about as competent as the guy driving the Titanic, and 2, it is honestly humorous how easy it is to kill bot laners when you are mid and constantly have 2 levels worth of stats and gold and solo lane stress free living on them. So once again we send these featherfuck buddies back to Fountain. Then the boy bird tries to retaliate with a sneak attack mid, but he gets caught in the act, so quite the pigeon pursuit ensues as we all hop at the opportunity to kill the underleveled Mr. Tumnus. Then his girl tries to be the hero and come to his rescue, and I'm like, dank, 2 birds 1 stone. But Ellen DeGeneres is like, how about 1 banana? So he bombs the broad for kill numero uno, and then I hit the wrap around like a rough blind tuggy to catch sideburns trying to sneak an Uber back to base, so I let him know how to get there faster. Side note, weaklings, if you are out there, I don't know who you are, and I also don't know how you are messaging me on a permabanned account, so basically, F in the chat for this guy. Anyways, me and Zin have been camping bots so much you'd think it's like Brokeback Mountain. We are gay lovers, but need I remind you that he is the type of guy you see on the news who pushed the gas pedal instead of the brake and drove into the side of a Burger King. So all I'm saying is thank God Riot broke the shit out of Soraka's Ultomega lol, and then holy shit I slapped so hard I'm feeling the recoils of my shots through the damn screen. Homies, hashtag Sin, don't you dare think that was a good idea just cause you survived, you inbred donkey. Wait, did you hear the one where Rav made a video on mid lane Marksman being OP but was still squishy, so his lack of map awareness got him killed? Nope, neither did I, bitches. Bam. Anyways, Zaya wards over the wall to catch the sped spearman killing her cousins, and that teen who sucks from the Tron tit tries to be the hero, but I fire and iron his way to collector me some cash, dog. And at this point you might think damn Rav out here smurfing, but I was to assure you that my skill shots were still going straight to voicemail, but it's all good cause a friendly twinkle shit totes got my back, and then we have some cringe ass lovers reunion. Freaking wholesome League of Legends content we are all subscribed for, right? Now this Fiora would like to teach you all a lesson here on why when you play Caitlyn mid you should always take blue trinket ASAP, because otherwise that dumb bitch will live and Rav will be madder than a mosquito at a mannequin factory with no one to blame but himself, and then she'll still be alive during the next uncoordinated elo hell clusterfuck where I have the positioning skills of a rubber balloon but I'm still a mid, so I blow one up like a bazooka which gives me that slaughter stealth buff, and then I say surprise Santa you a dead bitch, which turns a bad situation into quite a good one, so I celebrate by kneeling down and lining up an iron pellet into Rift Michael J. Fox's mangina. Then one last team fight breaks out, I gooch grope the goat, and then Fiora mistakes me for an ADC laughing my ass off, so I murder her, and this leaves just that chick who ejaculated herself out of Thresh's lantern, and I know an FF is coming, so I say what the hell, fire a Q into ult combo only to be shocked as shit that it actually killed her, and I think that right there should be your sign to give Marksman a try in the mid lane, because bend me over, slap my ass and call me Becky if it doesn't feel broken as shit compared to what I am normally used to on these champs. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed please consider subscribing. Rav out.